Okay, so what is a buffer? A buffer maintains the pH of a solution. So basically, if you had water, right, and you added an acid into water, let's say you added hydrochloric acid, which is a very strong acid. If you added HCl into water, what would happen to the pH of the water is that it would drop very low immediately. And likewise, if you added a base like sodium hydroxide, NaOH, the pH would increase rapidly, right? The thing about a buffer is that a buffer contains two parts, one that is the acid and one that is a base. Specifically, an acid and its conjugate base are mixed together in a solution. So for example, we have over here NH4, which is an acid, and then we have NH3. So this would be a weak acid, weak base buffer. And the ratio of these also is very important. You can have a ratio of a buffer that is more than 10 to 1. So let's say you had like 20 moles of NH4 and you had 1 mole of NH3. That would be a 20 to 1 ratio. That is not a buffer, or at least it would be a very bad buffer. However, if you had, let's say you had a 1 to 1 ratio, that would be actually a perfect ratio of acid to base. You could also make buffers with strong acids and strong bases. But the ratio would have to be different. The ratio of weak acid to strong base would have to be 2 to 1. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Also, the conjugate base or the anion that you have, it's usually going to be paired up with a salt, right? Because you can't really find, anions or ions just sitting around. You got to pair them up with something to make them neutral, or at least make the charge neutral. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's very important. We also have the maximum buffering capacity, and this refers to when contents of a buffer are mixed in a 1-to-1 ratio, like we said, as close to the equimolar amount. So a 1-to-1 ratio would be an equimolar amount, same moles of base and acid together. That's what equimolar means. And this is when the buffer can have the maximum resistance to changes in pH. This is what would be the maximum buffering capacity. So yeah, that's really all you need to know about buffers. That's really it, yeah.